trap like whoa, yeah.
Yo, it's Bang Tidy Mods here. Daily I get asked an awful lot of questions about basic functions and features of RGH. It consumes quite a bit of my time, so I decided to make a little tutorial today just to show how to do some basic stuff, and I hope it helps. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how to clear cache. So go across to settings, system settings, storage. To hard drive, press Y, then clear system cache. It will ask you to confirm that. Now I usually do that 2 or 3 times. Also, if you want to clear flash memory as well to make sure that your console is all good, just unplug for 2 minutes and that will just clear everything. Next thing is, I have quite a few people that get profile download issues. I've made a video previously which has helped an awful lot of people, works about 90% of cases. I had it once and it's exactly what I did, and it solved my issue. So what we're going to go to next is network settings, and then we're going to go to configure network. So when you're in here, you want to select that and change it to manual, and then select it again and then change it back to automatic. Do the same with DNS settings. Go to manual, confirm, then in again and set back to automatic. Now once you've done this, you'll no longer be connected to Xbox Live, so what you need to do is then do a network connection test. So we'll do that, and I'll leave that 1 second. And there we go, we're connected. Purge Live has intercepted challenges from Microsoft. So you're good to go. Next thing is setting plugins and things like that. So we come out of here and you want to go to XEX menu. I'll just show you the back connected. Don't sign into your profile. It doesn't particularly matter on Purge Live, but it's always best not to anyway. So in here we're going to go to dashlaunch, installer, default XEX. Okay, in here is all your settings. So what we're going to do is go to plugins. Now obviously I've all got mine in there at the moment, but if you was going to change it, to remove it, press Y, then to set new plugin, press A, choose where it's saved, select it. Next you need to save it. If you don't save it, then when you reboot it won't be there, it won't work. So top right bumper, go down to HDD, you need to press X to save, A to reload it. Now once that's done, you're good to go. I will be doing, or there'll be a continuation to this video where I'll jump on my PC and I'll show you how to do it through launch INI and neighbourhood. The next thing I get asked a lot about is how to get CPU and your system info. So once you're here, just use the top bumpers, go across to here and it's all in there. If you select system info, your CPU key, DVD key and all the bits and pieces are all in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swap over to my PC, and then we'll do some stuff in neighbourhood. I'll show you how to check a KV, change KV and alter plugins via launch INI. Okay people, back at my PC now, and we'll talk through some just basic bits and pieces on RGH. So let me just get some files over here quickly. Now, we'll start off with neighbourhood. Neighbourhood is really important to have, makes life so much easier. There's still people that don't use it and use USB. Download neighbourhood. I will put a link in the video description for it. Open it up and add Xbox. Now, some people type IP address, console IP address. If you do that, then every time you flash KV, you're going to have to redo it. So if you simply just type in JTAG and then save as default Xbox, you'll never need to do that again. Now, to run neighbourhood, you do need XBDM XCX in plugin 1. If you don't have it in it won't work. So get that set up. Make life so much easier for you. If you ever have issues connecting to neighbourhood, simply delete your connection, then which is JTAG. Then go to your hard drive manually and delete the xbdm.ini. Go back to main dash, click hash, and then reboot console, and then re-add the JTAG again, and that should fix your problem. It does in 90% of cases. So that's that taken care of. Next, if you right click on here, you have got a few options in here of things you can do. Reboot your console. A lot of people don't realise you can screen capture as well from neighbourhood. So, sorry, I'm having a smoke while we do this, so bear with me. Anyway, so yeah, that's taking the screen capture of my Xbox currently. Next, KV checkers, KV validators. A lot of people again don't know how to check KV or don't have a validator. I will include a link for a safe validator for you. It won't be this one because this is private, but I'll put a link for a decent secure one for you. So all you can do is go into your validator, go into KVs, drop your KV in there, go back out, open your validator, run it, and then check your KV. That's what I run there. I run currently on my console because I always save my KVs that are on my console, just so I can check them if I've ever got an issue connected to Xbox Live or anything like that. So, so that's how you do it. I'll include a link, as I say. So let's just drop that back on dash and get rid of that. Right, next, put a new KV on. You can either do it by USB or neighbourhood. Say USB is so old school now, slow and a pain in the arse. If you want to do it by USB, put it on USB, go to XEX menu, find your USB, copy it from there, and then paste it into the hard drive, reboot. But if you go in via neighbourhood, go to your JTAG and go to retail hard drive, and then simply just drag that in here. And I'm not going to do it because otherwise it'll reset my properties on or the last modified date, which I did a couple of weeks ago when I was testing. So you just literally drop it in there, reboot your console will automatically reboot itself again as it flashes KV, and you are good to go. Next, so many people have issues with their RGHs, and it's usually down to a couple of things. It's down to either they've altered their settings somewhere and not aware of what they've done, or their hard drive is completely and utterly cluttered with all sorts of shit. The golden rule is to keep it clean, keep it tidy, and only have files on there that you're either using or use on a regular basis. If you do this, it'll keep the function nice, clean, with no issues. I actually team viewed someone about 2 weeks ago that had over 100 files on their thing, all sorts of INIs and God knows what else, and they wondered why they was constantly crashing and having issues. So just put the files on there. I have a separate folder on my desktop
for other stuff that I can just drag in anytime I like, and then you can set the plugins from there. But yeah, just have the files that you need or are using regular, and just keep it neat and tidy. Okay, so next, if you want to alter your plugins via neighbourhood rather than going into dashlaunch to do it, you'll need your launch INI file. This is the thing that will make changes to your system. Do not play about with all this in here if you don't know what you're doing. If you change something, you will probably end up causing problems on your RGH. If you ever do make changes and you've screwed it up, simply put a blank launch INI on USB with just XBDM set as plugin 1, and put it in your console, reboot, it'll bypass plugins, and then you'll be able to make alterations and then put a good launch on there again. To do that, just literally delete the 4 there and just leave XBDM in there. Save it, put it on USB, plug in, boot up. Now, if you want to alter a plugin, best way to do it is to actually go to the file that you put on your RGH, rename it, copy the complete name, and then paste it in here so that you know you've got no typos or anything like that. Because if it's incorrect and not named exactly the same as the file, it won't work. So in here, we're just going to change it, I don't know. You change it in there, you'd save it, and then drag it in via neighbourhood exactly the same way as you do KEV. Sorry, I'm having a smoke, so I'm typing one-handed at the moment. So yeah, once you've made the change you want to make there, just literally save it. And then you're going to do exactly the same as you did with KV. You'll just drag it in here with your console turned on. Once you've dragged it in there, reboot your console, and it will set your plugins next time you boot up. Hope this video helps. It's just some of the basic little things that I get asked daily that people are not really sure about or a bit confused about. If there's anything else you want to know, please feel free to leave a comment on the video, and I'll try and get around to answering it for you as soon as I'm about. Failing that, there is a lot of good people in the modding community that help people on a daily basis like myself. I spend probably 90% of my time at the PC doing support for purge and non-purge users, and about 10% of my time on sales. I don't charge for my services, I don't charge for help, the same as a lot of the good people in the community don't. Find a group with good admins and you know, not a drama group, post it in there, and I'm pretty sure that someone will help you, drop you links to any files you need. I do have a Facebook help page with a lot of handy links. I'll include the link in the video for that as well. You can go there. It's a lot of stuff in there where you'll generally need for your console. Things like XM360, which is for unlocking DLCs and stuff like that permanently, so you don't have to keep on downloading DLCs. Things like game save injector for GTA, so you don't have to do the tutorial all the time. There's the neighbourhood link there. There's my personal modded TU. Yeah, just basically a lot of stuff that you'll need every day on an RGH. So feel free to visit there, and that's it really. I say, any questions, feel free to ask. Have a good day, people.
For the optimistic cynic, shit, ho got a hell of a grip. It's never a problem till niggas is ballin' and bitches they